Hey guys, so you're allowed to come down here and hike in the Valley of Goblins. So they call these goblins, and this is supposedly the largest accumulation of these hoodoo structures in the world. So I touched one of them. I mean, you can actually apply for a permit to rappel on these goblins. They charge $15, I believe, for the permit, but it's really cool. I mean, some of these, it's almost like a sandstone. That's the best way that you can describe it, and it's very surprising to me because after touching it, it just feels like a hard piece of, almost like a mud rock. Where I'm from, when we were kids, we used to play these wars, and we would call them caramontes, and we would have these caramonte wars where you'd get these dried up pieces of clay and toss them at each other, and they weren't that hard. Some might be, but for the most part, if you got hit with one, they'd usually break apart fairly easily. And that's the best way I could describe what these structures feel like. It's just like a sandstone, and I'll bring you all up close to one of them. So it's just it's very dense. It's a really hard compressed red clay, and it looks like they had some rain some time ago. It's pretty dry out here, but you can tell whenever it does rain, the water will run downhill, and it continues. Almost looks like if you ever played the game Mario Brothers, it looks like toadstool castles. And it's really, really pretty, and it's pretty vast. You can hike out here. There's lots of different trails. I'm in Valley 1. And there's a couple of other pieces to the park. But this park is, there's an organization. It's a Dark Sky Society, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe it's darkskies.org. That there's several parks here in Utah, and they designate them dark sky parks. And at these parks, it's supposedly the darkest places that you will find on Earth, because there is absolutely no ambient lighting whatsoever. So people can come out here with their cameras and really take some really beautiful photos of the Milky Way galaxy and other stars if they have high-powered telephoto lenses. And doing all this stuff really motivates me to want to really get into photography, and I really enjoy doing some of these hikes. It's really relaxing. You get to see some really beautiful scenery, and you're just one with nature, and you're out here by yourself, and it's just you and God, and you can think, you can talk to God, and have Him hopefully give you some guidance as to what you want out of life. And I mean, I would suggest, you know, you necessarily have to come do something like this by yourself, but if you have a family that is interested in camping and, you know, just the outdoors, it's a really great way to spend a day or two out here camping. And they have full facilities out here that you can camp. There's RV hookups. They even have these little yurts, they call them yurts, that you can rent out for the night or a couple of nights if you want to come out here and, you know, just be out here one with the stars. It's just really, really pretty. So if you see right over there, if you see that little blue truck up there, that's mine. And then that's, I believe it was Dead Horse Butte or something of that nature. Something Horse Butte. That's where my initial video was taken. And you can walk through this entire valley. So I'm not going to walk too far. I'm not going to stray too far out here. I have some waters in my truck, but I didn't bring any. I didn't want to be carrying anything heavy. So I'm not going to walk or wander too far, but just want to give you kind of a full 360 of how beautiful it is here. This was about 55, maybe 60 miles from where I'm staying. I'm staying in a little town named Green River, Utah. And I was going to go to another park, but I decided I wanted to come check this out. It had already been on my itinerary of what I wanted to do. So I'm glad I got to come out here and see it with my own eyes. I'm going to go travel some of the other portions of the park. Probably walk around this bend and then head on back. But just wanted to show you the Valley of the Goblins. There were some placards up there describing the Valley of the Goblins, but I didn't see any of the American Indian folklore, so I'll have to do a little bit of research on that here tonight and maybe take another video to kind of describe what the Native Americans, what their folklore was concerning this, because here at the entrance it only talked about the expedition of the Western explorer, and I'd really like to hear what the Native Americans' take on it was, but I'll post up this video later. This is about the end of the canyon here, and then you can continue traveling down throughout there, but really don't want to be too far from my vehicle. I mean, you never know, because it's like a good 10 miles away from the actual roadway, which is the nearest highway is Scenic Route 22, and you know, that's 10 miles, probably 12 miles from where I'm standing now. And as cold as it gets, you don't want to be too far. But just wanted to post up this video. Just wanted to show you these people I was talking to this gentleman and his wife earlier. They were staying in Torrey, which is where I was at last night. And, well, the night prior, sorry. And they were at Capitol Reef yesterday, which is where I was at. And tomorrow they're going to Bryce Canyon. So it's just really, really pretty. And it's just really baffling to me how all these hoodoos stay standing, as kind of flimsy, the structure's on. And I don't really want to get too close, because on one of the signs there have been some accidents where some of these large sandstone structures have fallen and really injured some people. But I'll post this up. Hope you all are having a great afternoon. And I will say peace, God bless. Hope you all are having a great day today.